Good morning, and how are all of you doing this morning? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Still can't get on the exercise machines and still can't do any exercises. But I'm going to get this hair done today. I'm going to get this hair done. But I came on here this morning just to chat a little bit. I'm just trying to get myself together. That's all I can say, just get myself together. But I'm planning to retire, y'all. But I'm planning to retire. But I'm getting things in order. My very first thing is purchasing me a home. Well, I decided to look at condos and in a house. I'm trying to weigh my options out because I don't want to be dependent on my children to do anything for me. Like if I need the yard cut and I can't get out there and do it myself, I will have me a ride lawnmower if I get a house. But there's days I may not feel like going out there, and the yard need to be cut, and I may be in the neighborhood with an HOA, and I don't really want an HOA. So I have to budget in a lawnman to come in and cut my grass. They said the new word is mow your grass. But I got to look at that. That's one of the main things I got to look at. And the biggest thing is health care. I got to make sure I got enough money to do health care, to take care of myself. And that's including your health insurance, your life insurance, your car insurance, your home insurance, health, life, car, and home. That's four things right there. And now that to make sure I have prescription coverage for my prescriptions. So I was thinking about joining AARP. That will help with a lot of those four things. Because they will give you little discounts. So I'm planning. I said planning. I ain't say I was not yet, but planning to retire. Don't have much money in my 401k, and don't have much money in retirement account. But guess what? I can do it. That's the reason why I designed my small business, the Lady of Elegance Collections, as well as the Lady of Elegance Candles. But I'm putting other things to it. So that's the reason why I designed Lady of Elegance Collections. Because that gonna be my part-time job. And I got to have the income for that. A lot of people might not like what I'm saying. But in order to retire permanently from the workforce, because it's hard for us seniors to get a job. Now, I am going to be applying for some jobs online. I am, before I go out, the custodian job. Because there's things I want to do, and the custodian work is getting hard. And after I had my back went out, the back scare, I don't like being in pain. Your back can go out at any time, really. But I'm going to work hard. I'm continuing to work. Sir, please, good morning. How are you doing? This first person, don't come on my channel with the negative, because I don't do negative over here. Everything's positive over here. Now, if you come back to my channel with this foolishness, I will have you blocked. Okay? Let's get that out there. But that's something I decided to do. But I'm giving myself at least 6 months before I do a permanent resign. Where I make sure I have everything in place. But like I said, I'm looking for a house or condo. and I'm looking at the responsibilities of a home. Well, both is big responsibility because if anything break down, you're still responsible taking care of the repairs. But I don't know. A condo costs just as much as a home, really, except it's just smaller. You can get a 2 to 4 bedroom. It's fine. You just don't have all the outside upkeep when you're in a condo. But I don't know yet. I got to have something big enough to put my small business in. And I enjoy working as a custodian. I really do at the school. But you got to look at your health. So, like I said, I'm planning. I'm planning to retire. But I just named 4 important things I got to look at when I do retire because I got to have enough money to pay those 4 bills. Besides other expense. If I have a car, I got to make a car payment. Got to have mortgage payment. So I'm already paying $16.72 for rent, so that $16.72 really can go towards a house payment. But we have to, as seniors, we have to prepare ourselves, and that's what I'm doing. I'm preparing myself. I don't want to depend on nobody. I don't want to depend on my kids. Yeah, I may ask them to come and take me somewhere every now and then. I can drive, but there's days I don't want to drive. Like this morning, I got to go get this hair done, and I got to run some errands and talk to the printer about my journal book and go to a couple of stores. So, by my oldest one is off today, she gonna spend a little bit of quality time with mommy. Cause I called her. I'm like, hey, look, what you got planned for today? That's why I asked, what you have planned for today? You have to ask those questions because if you don't, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Because they got X, Y, and Z to do and da-da-da, that means they ain't got time for you. So I called her, and I said, what you got planned? I called her Wednesday. I said, what you got planned for Friday? That's what I asked her. And she gave me this little list, and she said, what you need? I said, well, what I need for you to come and take me around Friday. She said, you can't drive. I said, yeah, I can drive. I just don't feel like driving. She said, you don't feel like driving? I said, no, I don't. She said, okay, what time? And I gave her a time. And I said, well, you call me back to make sure that you can take me and you got time for me today. She called back and confirmed. And she called me back last night to confirm. So I said, okay. So she's coming to get me. So I told my youngest to take her vehicle on. I just didn't want to drive today. Today wasn't a driving day for me. I want some quality time with my child. So she's coming. And she also helps me in the studio too. She just started helping in the studio a little bit. But you have to respect your children just like you want your children to respect you. Even though they're grown, you still got to give them that respect. Sometimes, I go overboard with the respect thing. Because I don't do it. I do it some of the time, but not all the time. But we have to think about retirement. We got to plan our retirement. You got to plan this stuff out. You just can't jump up and say, oh, I'm quitting work today. I'm not going back. When you have bills sitting there looking at you, who's going to pay your rent? Because it takes Social Security for a minute to send you a Social Security check. You have to plan that. And I have to sit down and plan everything. I sit to this computer some nights up to 10 o'clock. Good morning. How are you? You from Brazil? Okay. Thank you. Hey, y'all, when y'all come in, don't forget to do the like, comment, and subscribe button. Plan out your retirement. Look and see how much money you have. Even though you might not have a whole lot to retire on, but you plan your retirement around your budget. And that's what I'm planning to do. Planning my retirement around my budget. And when you have back pain, You have to be careful with that. But there are a lot of online jobs that we can get. That if they want us, because corporate America is different, y'all. They just don't hire any and everybody. I listen to a lot of videos out there, and a lot of seniors can't get a job, even online. But I'm planning. Let's say it like that. I'm planning. And working in my little studio area. You know, I got my little dining area. I call my studio. And I'm trying to get, when I'm be working this weekend, I'm trying to get the divider up where y'all won't see the kitchen. But that comes with time. But I am planning very hard, and I'm looking at the money, I'm looking at the budget, and plan out your retirement. Don't let your retirement plan you out. And plan how you want to live after you retire. Don't get down sick that you can't enjoy your money. These kids gonna do what they want to do. They're grown. They are grown. They're gonna live the life that they want to live. And you can't depend on that. You gotta depend on yourself. And that's what I'm doing. I'm depending on me. Now, if I need them, yeah, I'm calling. If I need to go stay with one of them, I'm gonna go stay with one of them. But I don't want that. I want to be in my own. I want to be in my own. So that's the reason why I'm planning. And this is the title of the video. Plan your retirement. I am planning my retirement. I have, I think I'm going to have to make me a journal for myself, for everybody else. Planning your retirement. A list of things you need to go by. Steps you need to take. Especially when you got a mortgage or you rent. Some seniors have a mortgage. Some seniors just rent an apartment like I do. Some seniors plan to purchase a home or a condo or a townhouse just like I am. Some seniors are looking at how much money they got in their Social Security because that's what they have to take to pay their bills. Some seniors may have health issues. You got to plan your insurance. You got to have your insurance. You got to plan all the stuff. And then once you turn 65, you got to realize Medicare, I think it's Medicaid. No, Medicare will take almost $200 out your check a month. So you got to plan that in once you turn 65. Okay, if you retire early, like at 62, you know you're gonna. Thank you very much. When you come in, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button for me. When you turn 62 and you plan to retire, you know they're gonna take that $400 out of your check. If you're getting a $1,500 check, you're gonna get $1,100 because they done took that $400 out of your money. And that's what I looked at. I looked at that a couple of years ago, before I even turned 62. So that's the reason why I stayed working for an extra 2 years. So I'll turn 64 in November. If I stay 65, if I stay with the district till I'm 65, they will give me like an extra incentive on my retirement check every month. But if you don't stay till you're 65, I don't think you'll be able to get it. But I'm calling the district office this morning, and I'm going to talk to them about that. Because I checked on all my insurance. So what I have to do now, what I'm looking around for is a binder. I'm going to have to go to the Dollar Tree and get me a binder. Everybody know what a binder look like, right? I thought I had one up here because I went through some stuff, some personal information. It was in another binder. But I need to go to the Dollar Tree and get me a binder. But it say like this. Get you something to put all your information in. Your insurance policies in, all your personal documents in, your birth certificate in, everything. Your life insurance policy, and you make sure your life insurance is paid up. Now, you can get a universal policy, so that will cover you until you leave this world. But you got to get it early. You can't wait till you're 70 years old and then want to get a universal policy, because you're not going to be able to get one. You can get a Penn Life insurance policy for seniors is 60 plus or 70 plus, and you'll be able to get that. But you don't get much. You get like $10,000. The cost of living is going up, y'all. Y'all know you can't bear nobody now for $10,000. You're gonna have to have almost $25,000, and that's gonna be about it for a basic funeral. A lot of people say they're being cremated. Look, let me tell y'all something about this cremation here. Now, you can be cremated. That's your choice. But I told my children, I may not make it to the cooling box, my dad used to call it. I may not make it to heaven. I might end up going to the fiery furnace. And I ain't going to be burned twice. And I ain't trying to go to the fiery furnace neither. I'm trying to go to the cooling box, y'all. I'm trying to get myself to heaven. That's the reason why I said, and everybody, don't cremate me. You can bury me, let the little bugs and animals eat me. My flesh, because my soul gone. You can do whatever you want to do. You can put me behind the wall. You can do whatever you want to do. But don't send me to that fire furnace. Because you know what? That fire furnace is going to burn you. If you read in the Bible book with Daniel, I think it was Daniel, the three Hebrew brothers, and they was going to the fire furnace, and God saved them from that. You think no, I ain't going to no fire furnace. Y'all bury me. That's the reason why you pay your insurance policies. Make sure you pay your life insurance. I stress that. I don't want my kids to be in no financial burden because of me. I want to leave my children well set. I want them to be able to say, well, hey, mom got this insurance policy out here. We're going to use this insurance policy. We're going to pay for it. A lot of people say that's a waste of money paying for an insurance policy when you can go ahead and pay for your funeral and take it to the funeral home. But let me tell y'all something about that. I have heard so many stories, horror stories about that. People had paid for their funeral for life when they was making money 30, 40 years old. And they paid their funeral up for life. All thing when they pass away, the family had to sign that dotted line and send them on. When you get there, the funeral home said, well, no, they didn't have this amount of money. We need more money. Things are cost. Don't do that. You could set a savings account aside and don't touch that money and put money in there every month or however and pay it that way and have money there. But you got to be careful with that, because if you don't have one child name on that savings account, they can't get the money out, and they're not going to release it. The bank is not going to release it, and guess where you end up? In probate court. Pay an insurance policy, y'all. Colonial Life Care Universal Policy. Now, I don't know how much it is because mine is through my job. But once I leave, I can take it with me, and then I find how much I have to pay. Pay an insurance policy. Make sure you put all your documents, your will, everything, in something like this. And keep it in a safe place. And you let your children know, I have all the documents that you need about me in this. That's why I said I'm going to get me a binder. And then I may end up using this. I probably take the zippers out here. You know, I sew a little bit, making my cosmetic bags and whatever I want to make. But my sewing machine's half working, so I got to take it to the shop this morning to see what's wrong with that. But I may end up using this because I have some personal things I need to put in there. You put all your personal information in a safe place. If you have a safe, put it in your safe. But you got to let one, you got to have that number where your kids can be able to get into it. See, you got to think about all that when you plan to retire. You just can't zip and retire. Now, I know there's a content creator out there say broke and retired. The lady's not broken, but she's retired. But see, she could afford to do that, just walk into her job and say, I quit. But she already had her Social Security in place. And whatever job she was working on, she thought she didn't have no retirement money, but she did. Anytime you work for the state automatically take that 9%. And the longer you work on it, the more money you have in retirement. But y'all, please, anybody out there trying to retire, plan out your retirement. That don't mean you planning to die. You plan out your retirement where you can live comfortable and enjoy your life and enjoy your grandchildren. If you want to go somewhere, you can. You ain't got to answer to nobody. You can get you a little part-time job, be a sub teacher or be a substitute somewhere and keep your little money coming and make your little $600 a month, a week, or whatever. Or you don't want to retire, take your retirement until you're 65 or 67. See, I can't take my full retirement until I'm 67. But where this economy going, I might not even have no retirement. And you still got to work. So I'm planning. I am planning. This morning is a great morning for me. And I'll be doing it. And you know I love breakfast. So I had me a nice breakfast. You might see a little short out there, but see my plate right here? See my plate right there? That plate is empty, y'all. I got up and cooked me some grits, eggs, and I had some fish. But my daughter and I went out last night to dinner. And they had some fish. And they bought her the wrong meal because she wanted grilled, not fried. I told her no. She said, I'll take back. No, we're going to keep that because I know I had plans for that fish, y'all. That was good. But don't forget to plan out your retirement. Seniors, you know you're in retirement. Plan your retirement out. Plan your retirement. And that's what I'm doing. So now I'm going to get off of this live, and I really do need to do some regular videos, but yeah, I love the lives because I get to see the response back. And I'm getting a lot of response from overseas, from Brazil and Russia. And now how you get into the channel, I don't know. But I'd like to thank them for listening to me. And I'm trying to just stay on some different topics. I know the main topic out there right now is Carmelo Anthony and his case. I did a video on that a couple of days ago, and I just prayed for the family. I had a few remarks, and y'all just have to go out there and listen to it. It called Missing the Gym and Praying for KA and JM families. That's the name of it. You have to go out there and listen to it because the prayer is powerful. And I want that family to get some relief. The family got to get some relief, both families. But I decided just to change the topic. I didn't want to talk about that because it's in God's hand now. It's not nothing more we can do. We're doing everything we can do. A lot of people out there doing everything they can do. They're talking about it more and more and more every day. Every day is something different. So I decided not to talk about that on my channel this morning. I prayed about it and I left it in God's hand. I listened to everyone else's remarks, but I'm done. But that's life. And I want to focus on me. And that's what this channel is all about, focusing on me and my business. Um, my plan is today is go and get my hair done. My daughter said it was raining outside, but I hope it stopped. But I still gotta go get my hair done, y'all, because I ain't going through this mess no more. Get my hair done, do some shopping for the business. I am gonna be working on a couple of projects, but my main project today is to do my classwork first. That's gonna be my main project. And then I'm come back, after I come back from the hairdresser and go shopping for the business and trying to find a local printer to print my journal. My, I wrote my first journal. I'm so proud of that journal. I can't wait till y'all get y'all a copy. So, I'm gonna show you this journal again. I'm sorry. I made my first journal, y'all. I am so proud of this journal. And this journal, I put my heart into it. But I think I'm gonna make another one that how to plan out your retirement. And it could be for anybody to purchase it. Anybody can purchase it. So I got the journal. This is my sample copy. But I want to take it locally to the print shop and see how much it'll cost me to print this journal. Because shipping costs so much money. Shipping costs more than the product, actually. So, and then I got to get, I'm sitting here at the computer now getting ready to order the product for the baby shower. I had some orders for the baby shower gifts. And make a few more candles. Y'all got to buy some vessels. I'm out. That's what I got to do. And where I can start on that next week. But, this is all in planning. You got to plan. This is all in planning. You got to plan your day out. You got to plan your retirement out. You got to plan your budget out. It's all in planning. And you know what? Since I've been planning, y'all, being honest with you, I have been doing a lot better with my finances. A lot better with my finances. Since I started sitting down planning, I write everything down. It's like, let me show you. I might have something like this right here. I wrote everything down. What I gonna do, what I need to do, how I'm gonna do. I wrote it down. I can make me a planner. I think I might have one here somewhere. Someone gave me something. Mm. 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 I may have a planner around here. I don't know if I have a planner. Yeah. I bought this a couple of years back. This is a planner, but it's like a calendar. You write everything down. It's a month calendar. It's just like a planner. You just go in it. You write your goals down, And I think I got this from the Dollar Tree years ago. And in the week, you just write everything down right here. And you put your dates on it. That's all. So, but by me planning, it works. Take your time. Put your thoughts on some paper. How you want to do your retirement. I'm planning. I plan everything. And I was talking to my younger sister. I plan everything down to the penny. That's the reason why I got so many projects to do, because I've been putting things down on paper, and as I do them, I check it off. It's like a bucket list. I check it off. This candle business, it's doing fine. I enjoy making them. I enjoy making my room sprays. I enjoy making my wax melts. I enjoy making everything. Everything I'm doing, I enjoy. I do have a new savings challenge cards. I enjoy making those. I got to get them printed and cut and laminated. I enjoy making them. I don't have much money like everybody else, but they had to start somewhere too, because they took the time to plan it out. My journal, when I get ready to launch it, it's gonna be on launch day, but I got to make sure I have everything together, everything together. And where when I launch it, they can get whatever, and other things gonna be on that website too, besides the book. And you're welcome to purchase it. I'm planning, just like I need a vehicle, I got to plan that out. I just can't jump up and go get a vehicle. I got to know how I'm gonna pay for that vehicle. So planning is very, very important. Planning. Sometimes you don't get to plan. You don't get to plan your life out. God come take you before that plan is complete. But I'm praying, I ask God to let me live a peaceful retirement life. And I'm praying to live to about my 80, 85 years old. But we have to talk about things. We have to do things. And you got to talk to other people too. Because you got to keep that mind sharp. You got to read. That's why I keep my Bible here on my table, and I read me a scripture or two a day. I'm not the best Bible scholar, y'all. I don't know the Bible like that. But I read what I want to read to help me. And what I think is helping me, I'm going to share it with you. And like I always say, thank you, the audience, for accepting me as I am. And yeah, I don't always get on this camera dressed up. You see what I got on? I got me a shirt on. I don't get on this camera dressed up because I can't afford to dress up like that. I'm not going to put on a fake show. I'm real. So, but I want all of you who's planning to retire, plan it. Set a time, a goal, and ask God to help you get to that goal, and you move. Now, if you can't stay on your job, it's too much, try for some online jobs. Like I said, I don't get on here dressed up all the time. You see my hair? I brushed it. But I got to go get it done because last time it was so matted and tangled, this hairstyle, so I had a hard time with it. Y'all, I'm telling you here. But it's life. And I'm going to continue to pray for that Anthony family and that, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but anyway, the family that lost a son, I'm still going to continue to pray for that family and everyone who's involved as well. And I'm going to get off of here, and I'd like to thank all of you who took the time to sit down and listen to me. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm trying to find me a camera. See if I can find me an inexpensive camera where I can record my blogs on and my lives on, and where I can stay off of. I can still, but my camera would show the entire view instead of a little panel. See, when you record on your tablet or your phone, you see a panel, and I'm trying to work with that, and I think I can. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Got to save the budget. You gotta look at the budget, girl. Gotta look at the budget. But I'm looking at my budget and get the ball rolling. I got some more videos I need to work on this weekend. I paid a bill off. Planning. And that's what helped me pay that bill off. But thank God, and I'll see y'all in what? The next video. The Lady of Elegance Collections. Oh yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.